This is G, or GHB, a drug widely used in the gay party scene. Users report feeling both euphoric and relaxed, with an increased sex drive. It's widely used at chemsex parties, where people use it to prolong and enhance their sexual activities.
In London, I feel lonely. The gay scene is terrible. You feel lonely, what do you do? When I take G, it makes me powerful. So many people dying because they don't know how to take it.
This is Ignacio. He moved from Spain to seek community here in London. He's a vigilante, trying desperately to fix what he sees as a drug epidemic in the gay scene. He creates profiles on gay dating apps and then offers help to those affected by the drug.
I am someone who was dependent on G, who was sexually assaulted by G, who have lost people because of G, and I had to be taking G day and night for maybe 2-3 years. And those were probably one of the worst years in my life. G is a liquid, is a transparent liquid. We have to be very careful with the dose. The difference between a dose to get high and overdose is very low. So that is the reason why when people are using G, they measure with syringes like this, where you can check and you can see the measurement, or use droppers like this, where you can see what is a millis or half a millis.
GHB is also known as the date rape drug. Because it is colourless and odourless, it is easily concealed. It's also cheap, leaves the body quickly, and is difficult to trace. Ignacio showed us how the drug can be abused.
This person says, I want to take two meals. So what I do is I give him 2, but I put more. So that person, because I'm serving his drink like this, he doesn't really know how much is here, and he drink it thinking that this is the normal amount that he told me. This can be because I might want to steal something from him, I might want to assault him sexually, I might want to film him while he's naked and when he is doing something that he obviously is not giving any consent, or it can be also to kill someone. We have the example of Stephen Port, who is the Grindr killer, who killed 4 people, as far as we know, using this technique. The gay community always use drugs in a different way than the straight community. We come normally from very isolating places. So the idea was cocaine, MDMA, ecstasy. Suddenly there are new drugs coming out, but there are new drugs coming out and we didn't know how to use them. We start to use them the same ways that you were using the drugs before. But they have much more destructive effects. In the 80s, for example, or not, in the beginning of this century, you didn't see gay people going to accidents and emergencies because they were injecting drugs, or because they had withdrawal symptoms, or because they were having overdoses. Things change with chemsex. Chemsex is mostly in the gay community because we have to deal with internal homophobia. We have to deal with conditional love. When I came out to my parents said, well, we love you, but no one can tell, don't tell anyone. Don't be very exaggerated, you have to dress this way, because if you don't do that, we won't love you.
Grindr is commonly used for those seeking chemsex and is ideal for selling GHB and other drugs. It's anonymous, an account can be created within seconds and users don't need to verify an email address.
This is a drug dealer. H&H is high and horny, is what people use because you cannot put chemsex. GTM, GHB, Tina, methadone for pride. Tina, H&H for you. Ice is the way how people talk about crystal meth. Tina, methadone, ketamine, G, Viagra. But it's not just this. I want to show you examples of how easy it is to contact people who are trying to buy drugs. For example, hey, I'm here looking to buy a gram of G Santina, and 50 mils of you to deliver. Send my location. Yes. How much? Gram is 90 and 50 mils is 25. Any discount if I buy 2 grams? Yes. You use WhatsApp, as I need to know first how long it takes you to bring there before sending you my number. Yeah, 15 minutes maximum. I talked to Grindr about this. The only option that they gave me was you report them. We are very worried about this, but we cannot do anything. I absolutely feel that apps have a huge responsibility. Before, you had to go to a club, or before you have to go to a sauna. Now you go online and you are connecting with someone immediately.
Ignacio uses Grindr to provide first aid and counselling to people when a chemsex scenario goes wrong. The men who contact him have often been sexually assaulted and don't feel comfortable going to the police or to a clinic. Ignacio took us to meet someone who had been given an overdose of G the day before and contacted him for help.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. How often are you taking G right now?
I'm not, when I feel like it. It's like I can take, for example, 1 bottle of 10 ml in one day.
Okay.
I take 6 ml or 8 ml if I want to go to sleep, to pass out, to collapse, because I've got insomnia.
So you're using G to fall asleep?
To fall, yeah, correct. For me it's a problem, yeah, because you always need to have it at home. You always need to have it at home because otherwise you die. I mean, you die. You have panic attacks, anxiety.
So without symptoms, you mean?
You just want to kill yourself, things like that.
I understand then that when you go out and you go everywhere, you have to go with your bottle of G.
Yeah, everywhere.
May I ask,
To
do you
work.
have your bottle of G here?
Yes.
May I ask? May I see?
Yeah, it's
This is the barrel? I see that it's deleted. I think that I cannot see because I cannot see.
yeah, that's the reason why so many people collapse and pass out.
So how do you measure your dose?
So many years. This is 1, this is 1.5, and this is 2.
When was last time you had some today?
Before I met you, about
Thank you.
3/4 of an hour. But that's the reason now the people that start, the beginners, let's say the beginners, so many people dying because they don't know how to take it.
Have you ever been sexually assaulted?
Yes.
Did you report this to the police?
Actually, I want to say something which is really personal, which I don't mind. Somebody, which is a porn actor that I know, passed me the HIV in a purpose with a needle he was using.
Do you take any other drugs apart from G? Crystal.
Crystal, yeah. And I take the pipe at work as well.
To smoke crystal at work?
Yeah, the toilet.
So you smoke some crystal when you are okay.
You feel lonely, what do you do? Watch TV? And then, what do you do? When I take G, it makes me powerful, makes me confident.
How do you see yourself in 1 year time if you don't change anything?
Well, I would like to be clean.
But, I mean, if you don't make changes, how do you see your life?
Well, I would need to start making changes, I guess. And that's it, I'm gonna cry.
You wanna cry, feel relaxed.
I just want, this, because it's a plague. I don't know how in English, plague.
Epidemic.
Epidemic. It's an epidemic and it has to stop.
We contacted Grindr to see what they were doing to protect their users. They gave us this statement.
At Grindr, we are deeply committed to creating a safe online environment for all of our users and take violations of our guidelines very seriously. These include banning accounts that violate our community guidelines and providing our users with tools to report suspicious activity.
I want to give an update of what happened the other day with the person who we met. After we met him, that was on Friday, today we are on Monday, he went home, he found his flat completely dirty, he saw himself completely lonely, so he went on Grindr and he met someone, and since then, today is the first day that he's going to sleep. He contacted me this morning because he was hearing voices, he was getting very scared because he wasn't feeling safe, so we have been discussing about the need of calling an ambulance, calling accident and emergencies. He didn't want to do it, but I have been encouraging him to take any action if he doesn't feel safe.